Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, Seminole High School in Seminole, Florida, as we see the 4-0 Seminole Warhawks take on the 0-4 Lakewood Spartans. Let's talk about these two teams as we get ready, because it's been a tale of two teams. Last four games for Lakewood High School have not been pretty. Their first four games, rather, dropped the game against Dunedin 3-5, dropped the game against Largo 1-3, lost to the St. Pete Green Devils 8-18. And on the 18th, most recently, lost to Osceola 14-0. On the other hand, let's talk about the Warhawks, who have been on a 4-game win streak to start the season red hot. February 11th, they took on the Pinellas Park Patriots, beat them 10-0. On the 13th, they took on CCC 11-1 to win. Countryside Cougars on the 15th, 7-4. And SPC last night, a 2-1 thriller. Warhawks would take the lead in the 6th inning and not look back. J.J. Basinger went out, almost threw an immaculate inning, and the Warhawks would go on to win. So here we are tonight. Let's take a look at our broadcast schedule going into the night. Anclote vs. Pinellas Park was rained out. Barons versus Warhawks we saw last night again. 2-1 victory for the Warhawks, and tonight the Lakewood Spartans are taking on the Seminole Warhawks, and we are ready to get underway here from Seminole High School. And the first pitch of tonight, taken up and away, ball one. Pitcher comes set, here's the 1-0. Same spot, misses, 2-0 the count. Here's the 2-0. In there, strike one. Williamson, the starting pitcher tonight, comes set with the 2-1. In there, strike two. Fowler counts even, 2-2. Williamson looks in, gets his sign. Here's the 2-2. Inside, ball three. Fowler 1 for 13 this year. Here's the 3-2. Foul it off. Fowler. Defensive swing there on the 3-2 fastball, it looked like. Here's a 3-2 from Williamson. Good fight here to begin the game. Fowler fouls that one off. Seven pitches this at-bat. Here comes pitch number 8. Again, the 3-2. This one's popped up. Third baseman catches it on the infield. And after a great battle there from Fowler, Williamson wins. One down here in the top of the first. Williamson comes set. Here's the pitch. That one's ripped over the shortstop down into left field. Scooped up and flipped was cutoff man. Baker with a single. First pitch swinging there from Lamonte Baker. Williamson looks, picks him back. But Baker's in there safely. Williamson checks back at his runner and delivers the 0-0 to Miller. Low and away, blocked by Basinger. No go from the runner. Wind blowing straight out to center field again tonight. Same situation last night. Williamson comes set. Delivers the pitch to Morris. Swung on and missed. Strike one. A little warmer tonight. 60 degrees. Slight breeze again blowing straight out to center field. The 1-1 from the stretch. That's low, ball 2. Oh, ball rolls to the backstop. Baker advances to second. 2-1 the count. Williamson looks in, gets his sign. Comes set, ready to deliver the 2-1 pitch. Here it is. Got the corner, strike 2. Wind again. I've yet to get a paperweight. Wind again. Blowing my notes all over the place. The righty looks in, gets his sign, and delivers the 2-2. This one's ripped over the third baseman into left field. Runner's going to hold at third. Throw into the infield is cut off. Malik Morris with a single. Runners at the corners now for the Spartans. Michael Morris. That's on me, Michael Morris. Runners at the corners now. Stepping in, Jonathan Giacomino, who has easily been the best hitter for the Spartans this season. 5 for 10, hitting 500 coming into the night. 4 RBI. This is the guy you wanted to plate. Williamson picks back to first. Nothing doing. Williamson looks in, gets his sign, checks his runner, steps off, runner retreats to first. Williamson looks in, gets his sign, the 0-0, in there, strike 1. Giacomino did not have a strikeout going into the game as Osceola struck out 3 times. Looking to bounce back from that rough performance. Here's the 0-1. Drops the curveball in there, strike 2. Giacomino down in the count, looking to avoid his 4th strikeout of the year. Baker takes his lead off third. Morris takes his lead off first. Williamson gets a sign. Basinger sets up high. Here's the pitch. This one's chopped to short. Fires to first, or second rather, and he's out at second base. They got the out at second. Run scores. And Giacomino's on with the fielder's choice. An RBI fielder's choice. 1-0 Spartans. Giacomino just picked up his 5th RBI as this one's flared down the right field line, out of play. Williamson looks in now. 2 down. Runner on first. The 0-0. This one's popped up, out of play. 2 strikes now. Christian Burney in the 0-2 count here. 0 for 9 this year with 5 strikeouts. And as you'll see as we go over it later in the game tonight, strikeouts a big problem for the Spartans this season. Here's the 0-2 from Williamson. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, he got him. Case in point. So we head in to the bottom of the first. And look at that. Nice breaking ball, swung on a miss. Looks like he just pulled off it. We'll be back. If you're just joining us, we are on the bottom of the first. Warhawks are taking the first at bats of the night. We have the 4-0 Seminole Warhawks taking up the Spartans picked up a run in the first. RBI fielder's choice. This is our last broadcast of the week. No broadcast next week. Still looking for a potential suitor for next week. So you can see here we're on the ad. If you want to see our team live this season, we have a special offer, completely free. Contact us through our Instagram at Shepherd Sports Media. We'll be very happy to come out to your field, in and out. It's not like we weren't even there. Of course, we appreciate anyone who lets us come out there. Seminole Warhawks very graciously letting us come into their home, letting us do what we love. Here's the 0-1, or the 0-0 rather. This one's ripped down the right field line, fielded by the right fielder. And just like that, the Warhawks have their first runner on of the night. Noah Ritchie continues his hot hitting. Basinger stepping in now, and Basinger, rough go of it to start the season despite a hot junior year where we hit 372. Slugged 551. Comes in tonight 1 for 9. Here's the 0-0. Up and away, ball 1. And I think you could argue a big reason why he's struggling so far this season is he's not seeing a lot of strikes. There's the pick to first. Nothing doing. Basinger, like I said, 1 for 9, 4 walks, but no strikeouts. He's been putting the ball in play. He's been taking his pitches, but he's been pitched around a lot. As their case in point, drops a off speed down there. 1-1 the count to Basinger. Basinger hit 3 home runs in his junior season. Looking to get hot. You'd like to see it. The Warhawks only scored 2 runs last night. There's a breaking ball low and away. Did not go, ball 2. Ritchie on first. He singled down the right field line. Basinger stepping in. Here's the 2-1 to Basinger. This one's Fouled off down the third baseline. Two the count. Basinger looking to avoid his first strikeout of the season. Here's the 2-2. This one's popped up and caught at the third base bag. One down. Basinger struggles to start the 2025 campaign continue. If you're hoping, if you're a Warhawks player, Warhawks coach, Warhawks spectator, fan if you will, that they can get the bats going tonight. They won 10-0 against Pinellas Park, won 11-1 against CCC, and then scored 7 against Countryside, but last night scored in the first, didn't score again until the 6th, only 2 runs. Here's the 0-0. That one's low, ball 1. Noah Ritchie got on. He singled down the right field line. Duffy stepping in now. He's 3 for 13 on the season. Here's the 1-0 from Cavillo. Never mind, he picks to first. Runners back in safely. Duffy steps back in now from the lefty batter's box. 1-0. 2-0. Duffy has a double. He has struck out 3 times. Here's the 2-0 from Cavillo. Top of the zone, strike 1. Cavillo comes set with a 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Duffy now looking to avoid strikeout number 4. Ritchie on first base. Duffy steps back. Cavillo gets his sign. The 2-2. Runner goes. And no play is made. Duffy gets on. Ritchie's safe at second. And just like that, the Warhawks have runners on first and second to begin the bottom of the first. Runners on first and second now for the Warhawks. Here's the 0-0. Swung on and missed, strike 1. McGinnis stepping in now. We want to talk about a guy who's been hot for the Warhawks. Here's the 0-1. Low. No advance. McGinnis had 2 hits in the game last night. The 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. One down here in the bottom of the first. Lakewood up 1-0. They scored in the RBI fielder's choice. Cavillo comes set. Delivers the 1-2. In there, strike 3, he got him. That pitch looked to be a little inside to Duffy. Not Duffy, McGinnis. But a strike, says the umpire. Two down now. Runners on first and second. Duffy on first, Ritchie on second. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Ammerman, the center fielder tonight, stepping in. 6 for 11 this season, hitting .545. 5 RBI, double, .643 on base percentage, and 3 walks. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Ammerman already matched his season total for RBI in 2024. He only had 5 last season. But to begin the 2025 campaign, as Cavillo steps off, he has already picked up 5 RBI. The 1-1. Kicks and delivers. Low, ball 2. Richie on second. Duffy on first. Ammerman at the dish. And the 2-1. Outside, ball 3, no advance from the runners. 3-1 the count. And you're probably sick of hearing it, but this is a point I've been making since I started covering these games. Lots of 3-1 takes from the Warhawks this season. Curious to see if Ammerman swings it, and he does 3-1, but to no avail, strike 2. Full count. Runners will be going on the pitch. Ammerman steps back in, looking to stay hot, looking to break his RBI total from last season. Here's the 3-2. Inside, it got him. And just like that, the Warhawks have the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Any bag now for the Spartans. Mazzy stepping in now. He's 2 for 12 this season. Here's the 0-0, pitcher from the windup. That one's in there, strike 1. Ball gets away, but no advance. Mazzy does have an RBI this season. And the 0-1 from Cavillo. Outside, ball 1. Mazzy looking to pick up possibly a second, third, maybe even 4th RBI of the season here, if he can hit a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the 1-1. This one, grounded to third. Third baseman steps on the bag. Warhawks load the bases with 2 out. Can't score. We'll be back after the break. Heading to the top of the second now. Spartans up 1-0. Williamson's going to return to the mound, batting the pitcher Cavillo. I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole game. That is on me, folks. Cayetano Cavillo, a senior, 2 for 13 coming into tonight. There's strike 1. Cavillo has 5 strikeouts this season. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off, and very quickly here at strike 2. The senior sets back in. Williamson gets his sign from the windup in the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Basinger comes out from behind home, fires to first, and they got him. Beautiful pitch from Williamson. Great 0-2 slider. Got Cavillo swinging. And there's one down here in the top of the second. Here's the 0-0. Outside, strike 1. Caught the corner, it looked like. Williamson looks in. Here's the 0-1. This one's popped up to right. Second baseman behind the bag makes the catch. 2 down. You're in the top of the second. Turner, the second baseman, ranging back. De Los Santos came in, but Turner ultimately called him off. Here's the 0-0 from Williamson. In there, strike 1. The batter Hoffman stepping in now. Hoffman, only 1 at bat this season. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the 0-1 from Williamson. Slider bounces away. Ball 1. No prior offensive stats for Hoffman, at least that I could find. Here's the 1-1. Outside, ball 2. Umpire saying that very emphatically. I could hear it all the way out here in center field. Williamson through 2 2/3, about to deliver his 29th pitch of the night. That one's low. Ball 3. Williamson looks in. Hoffman steps back in. Advantage count for the batter Hoffman, who has yet to pick up a hit this season. Here's the 3-1. In there, strike 2. (3-2) now from Williamson. Low and away, ball 4. For the first time this season, Hoffman finds himself on base. Kimball stepping in now. Here's the 0-0. Outside, ball 1. Cameron Kimball, 0 for 6 this season, 5 strikeouts. Williamson looks in. Hoffman off first. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2. Basinger's going to take a minute, come out and talk to his pitcher. Basinger retreats back to the plate. Williamson looks in. He's going to get his sign here. Hoffman takes a very modest lead off first base, maybe about 1.5 feet off the bag. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Williamson looks his runner. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Williamson looking to pick up another strikeout here. Pitch number 36. Through 2 2/3. Picks to first. Runner Hoffman dives back in safely. Ball gets back to the pitcher. Hoffman returns to his feet. Williamson looks in, gets a sign from Basinger. The 2-2. In there, strike 3, he got him. And the Warhawks head into the bottom of the third. No damage done. seconds. Spartans up 1-0 on the Warhawks. Spartans looking to pick up their first win in the 2025 season. Schneider steps in now. Here's the 0-0. Spikes the fastball. 1-0 the count. Spiking fastballs, that is something you will hear a lot from every pitching coach about. I don't have a pitching coach in my life who wouldn't get upset about spiked fastballs. Here's the 0-1. This one's ripped through the left side. The left fielder picks it up, fires to his cutoff man, and Schneider is on with the single. On a 1-0 count, Schneider singles through the left side. De Los Santos steps in now. He pops this one up down the third base line, but way foul. Strike one. De Los Santos 0 for 2 this season. Last game he played was in that 10-0 win against Pinellas Park. Warhawks' first game of the season, first game of the Steve Georgiadis tournament. Here's the 0-1. This one's grounded out to center field. De Los Santos picks up his first hit of the 2025 campaign, and he's fired up. Runners on first and second now to begin the bottom of the second for the Warhawks. Apologize, having slight issues with our replay system. Cavillo back to the mound. Here's the 0-0. Bunts, pulls back, strike one. Turner the batter, he's the second baseman tonight. Turner 0 for 2 in 2025. Does have a hit by pitch, but no hits. Cavillo gets his sign. Runners on first and second. In the 0-1. Bunt, pulls back, ball kicks away. Runner advances to third. De Los Santos curiously remains at first base. Schneider on third. De Los Santos again remained at first base on the pass ball. I believe that should be scored. Batter squares the bunt. De Los Santos gets to second base. Runner Schneider at third deked. Turner was not able to get the bunt down, 2 strikes. Now runners on second and third for the Warhawks. Looking to get on the board tonight here in the bottom of the second. Outfield playing way in for the Spartans. Cavillo steps back to the mound. One, two. This one's popped up to left field. That one's going to get down. The outfield was playing shallow. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. And Turner picks up his first hit of the year, a 2 RBI double. Well, the Spartans outfield was playing him in. And safe to say, Turner did not appreciate that. 2-1 Warhawks here in the bottom of the second. Still nobody out. And that Warhawks dugout comes to life. Leadoff batter Richie stepping in. This one's fouled off, strike one. Richie this season came into tonight 5 for 14. That's a 357 average. 2 RBI, a double, a walk, and a 436 on base percentage. Here's the 0-1. This one's popped up. Center fielder ranging back. He can't get there. Turner takes off from second base. He's rounding third, but is content to stay. And another double for the Warhawks. Richie with a double of his own to follow up Turner's. Still nobody out. And Basinger steps in. And if you're Basinger, in your head you gotta think. Well, you don't have to think, but I'd like to speculate that he's thinking, all right, I gotta get hot. I don't gotta get hot, but I'm going to get hot now. Nobody out. 2 runners in scoring position for Basinger. Here's the 0-0. Inside, it hit him. Bases are loaded for the Warhawks. Basinger, I can only imagine, is a little upset. Of course, batting average fell to 1 for 10 this season, but he's not even getting a chance to hit. The fastball ran inside to hit him. He was hit by a pitch the other night. Duffy stepping in now. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Warhawks. 2 runs have already scored in the inning on the Turner RBI double. That would be followed up by the Noah Ritchie double. Basinger just hit by the pitch. And now Duffy steps in. The 0-0. Low, ball 1. Duffy back up. Here's the 1-0 from Cavillo. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Duffy in 28 games as a junior, hit 198, 12 hits, 11 RBI. He had 3 doubles. Duffy also pitched against the Countryside Cougars. 2 innings, gave up 5 hits, 4 earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Duffy looking to have a bounce back from that junior year. Here's the 1-1 from Cavillo. Upstairs, ball 2. Duffy already 1 for 1 on the night. Here's the 2-1. This one's fouled off, strike 2. I like to imagine a goal for Duffy this season is definitely cut down on the strikeout numbers. I think you ask any ball player who struggled last season, strikeouts are a big thing you want to cut out of your game. Here's the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Duffy comes into the night batting .231. He does have a double. Counts full. The 3-2 from Cavillo. Fouled off. Duffy remains in the count. Outfield now playing about medium depth. Spartans infield content to give up the run set up in double play depth. Cavillo with the 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4. Cavillo walks in a run. 3-1 Warhawks, who, after a rough night offensively, have scored 3 here in the first 2 innings. And McGinnis steps in. And McGinnis, no stranger to batting with runners in scoring position. I don't have the exact stats in my notes, unfortunately, but he has. That one's ripped to the third baseman. He fired home. And the runner is out at home. 1 down. Ball was grounded to third. Third baseman fired home. Third base was playing about halfway. Bases are still loaded. Here's the 0-0. This one's popped up. First baseman, right fielder. First baseman had room, couldn't get to it. Right fielder was playing deep. Couldn't be much help. 1 strike on the batter, Emmerman. Hammerman looking to stay hot. 5 RBI, as I mentioned in his last at bat. Looking to get number 6, maybe number 7, or number 8. Here's the 0-1. In there, strike 2. Here's the 0-2. In there, strike 3, he got him. 2 down here. And the Spartans, 1 pitch away from getting out of it without too much damage being done. You see the curveball dropped, got the outside corner. Umpire with an emphatic strike 3 call. 2 outs now. Cavillo with the 0-0. Drops another curveball in there, strike 1. And it looks like Cavillo's feeling that curveball as he dropped in the 0-1 to Mazzy, first pitch curveball. Mazzy has an RBI already on the season, looking to pick up another here. Here's the 0-1. Curveball low, ball 1. You wonder how much confidence Cavillo has in that pitch if he throws it 3 times in a row, or if he tries the fastball. Cavillo gets his sign. Here's the 1-1. This one's grounded to shortstop. He flips to second base. They got him. Spartans work out of the bases loaded, no out jam. Give up 3. Turner with an RBI double. RBI walk for the Warhawks. We're heading in to the top of the 3rd. We'll be back after the break. Top of 3 coming up. Let's take a look at the Lakewood Spartans. Cold start into the night. They dropped a game against the Dunedin on the 11th, 3-5. They dropped the game on the 12th, 1-3. Got the game on the 13th, 8-18. And 0-14 against Osceola, their last game. Tough go of it. You see, the offense was alive for that game against St. Pete, but the pitching staff was not there. Here's the first pitch. This one's popped up behind home plate. Basinger gives it a look, but way out of play. 0-1 the count. Fowler stepping in. He's 0 for 1. Now 1 for 14 on the season. He did come in tonight 1 for 13 with a .077 batting average. Here's the 0-1 from Williamson. Squares the bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Williamson about to deliver pitch number 39. Here's the 1-1. Pitch low, curveball, skips away from Basinger. 2-1 the count. Williamson looks in, gets his sign. Delivers the 2-1 from the windup. Inside, caught a strike. Definitely a pitcher strike zone tonight for both sides. Here's the 2-2 from Williamson. Upstairs, ball 3. Well, Lakewood jumped out to a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Shut down the Warhawks in the bottom of the first. Then the Warhawks bats would come alive here in the bottom of the second. This one's popped up on the infield. Third baseman makes the grab. McGinnis came across the mound to make the catch. One down here in the top of the third. Baker stepping in now. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Here's the 0-0. Slider outside, ball 1. Wind really starting to pick up now, blowing hard out to right center field. Very similar to how it was last night. Here's the 1-0. In there, strike 1. I was prepared tonight. Wearing 3 jackets right now. It was a little warmer earlier in the day as that one's grounded foul down the first baseline. Showed up with 3 jackets on today. It was a little warm, but once that sun went down, the wind started to pick up, and it's chilly out here tonight. Definitely not a night you want to get jammed. Definitely not a night you want to get hit by a pitch. Here's the 1-2. Low, ball 2. Baker's 3 for 11 coming into the night, 273 average. He does have 2 doubles. Ball 3. Baker also has a walk on the season. Baker, the center fielder tonight. Williamson comes set, fires the 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4. Baker picks up his 2nd walk of the season. On base for the 2nd time tonight. Williamson looks in. Baker on first. Michael Morris stepping in. He came in tonight 2 for 10. Pitcher Williamson picks to first, nothing doing. Chapter 1 shouts the Spartans dugout. Morris has an RBI and a double this season. 2024 as a junior, he appeared in 20 games, had a .315 average. Here's the 0-0 downstairs, ball 1. Morris had 9 RBI, 2 doubles, had a .486 on base percentage with 10 walks. He did strike out 8 times. He is 1 for 1 tonight. Here's the 1-0 from Williamson. In there, strike 1. Williamson looks in. Baker with a small lead off of first. Here's the 1-1. Runner goes. This one's up the middle, caught. Shortstop Mazzy steps on the bag. It's an inning double play. And just like that, we're headed to the bottom of the third. Great awareness there by the shortstop Mazzy to not only make the catch, but notice the runner was going. Tossed the ball back to first to get the runner. He did not step on the bag. That is my mistake. He caught the ball and then tagged the runner, who they called out. Okay. A lot happening very quickly. I don't have a great view from out here in center field, but we're headed to break. We'll be back for the bottom of the third. Well, as we head back for break, let's take a look at the Warhawks' last 4 games. February 11th, they took down the Patriots 10-0. On the 13th, they took down CCC 11-1. Took down Countryside on the 15th 7-4 to win the Steve Georgiades Championship. And last night against St. Pete Catholic, they won 2-1. Bottom of the third coming up. Schneider steps in. He's 1 for 1 tonight. Here's the 0-0. In there, strike 1. Lakewood Spartans went to their bullpen. He delivers the 0-1. This one's popped up behind home plate. 0-2 the count very quickly here to Schneider. Here's the 0-2. Low and away, ball 1. Christian Burney in now, pitching for the Spartans. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, ball 2. Here's the 2-2 from Burney. This one's grounded up the middle. That one's going to get through. Center fielder Morris picks it up, tosses it back to his cutoff man. And Schneider stays hot. He's 2 for 2 tonight. See, that one didn't get the full clip there, but he did rip that ball very hard up the middle. And again, the Warhawks had their first runner of the inning on base. De Los Santos stepping in now. He picked up his first hit of the season last time up. Burney looks in. Here's the 0-0. Upstairs, ball 1. Lakewood infield at double play depth. Middle back. Pinch towards the second base bag. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs, swung on a miss, strike 1. Starting to get a little colder here tonight. Wind blowing straight out to center field now. Burney gets his sign, throws the 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. De Los Santos did not have a hit coming into tonight. Hadn't played in the last 3 games. De Los Santos chokes up on the bat. Here's the 1-2. This one's ripped foul down the third baseline. Wind really picking up now. Another very windy night here from Seminole, Florida. That cold front making itself known. It was about 83 degrees the other day. Now we're back to 60, 50 degree weather. Here's the 1-2, way upstairs. Catcher did a good job making sure that ball did not get over his head. Burney looks in, picks to first, safe. Great move by Burney. Burney now comes set with a 2-2 from the stretch. This one's popped foul over the third base dugout. Burney looks in, gets his sign. Here's the 2-2. Schneider takes his lead off first. Wow, front door slider, not called. Burney asking if that missed inside, and I think everybody in the ballpark is asking that same question. That looked like a pretty good pitch there from Bernie. De Los Santos swings, grounds this one to second, grounds this one to first rather, steps on the bag, and there's one down. Well, De Los Santos with a fielder's choice there. Bernie looks in. Schneider takes his lead off second. Here's the 0-0. Low, ball one. Bernie looks in, gets the sign, working very quickly here. That's something we saw from Kramer with SPC last night. This one's popped up down the first baseline, but way foul. Bounces behind the restrooms by the visitor dugout. 1-1 the count. Bernie looks at his runner, kicks and fires the 1-1. This one's chopped to the second baseman. He bobbles it, fires to first, but nothing doing. And the Warhawks have a runner on the E4. This one was grounded to second base. Couldn't get a handle on it. Fired to first, but it was far too late. Runners at the corners now. One down here. Richie stepping in now. He's 2 for 2 on the night. Looking to go 3 for 3. Here's the 0-0. Inside, ball one. Runner pumps to third, and Turner advances to second base. That's something the Warhawks have been doing a lot of this season. Have the runner bluff at third, get everyone's attention on the runner at third, and send the runner from first to second base. Free bag every time. The Warhawks have not been stopped from doing that this season. There seems to be no real true defense from any team. Here's the 1-0. This one's chopped up the middle over the pitcher, Bernie. Second baseman fires to first, 2 down. That one chopped. Great effort by Bernie. Fielded by the shortstop, rather. He fired to first. 2 down. Basinger in now. He was hit by a pitch last time up. And again, a guy Seminole really wants to get hot. You know he's frustrated right now. Here's the 0-0. Breaking ball up and away. Again, a first pitch breaking ball to Basinger. Not a strike either. Teams seem to be horrified of Basinger. Here's the 1-0. Fastball away. Ball 2. Basinger now with 4 walks on the season. Gotta be sick of walking. You'll always take the free base, but every hitter knows the true joy of being up there is catching a barrel. This one's popped up behind home plate. Catcher gives it a look, but can't get it. 2-1 the count. That one, catcher gave a great effort. Bernie coming in to cover home, but might have just lost it. Wind is howling out, straight out to center field. Must have caught the wind. Turner on third. (4-1) Seminole here in the bottom of the third. Bernie looks in, about to throw pitch 21 here in the 2-1 count. Upstairs, ball 3. Basinger now in the advantage count. Do they pitch to him with the base open? Here's the 3-1 from Bernie. In there. Strike 2. again. You wonder if he gets another hittable fastball like that 3-1 pitch. Basinger was not looking for it outside, it appears. Here's pitch number 23 from Bernie. This one's ripped to the left side. Shortstop couldn't pick it up. Seminole scores a run. It's 5-1. You wonder what they score that. We'll see here in a moment. If that was a E6 or a RBI single. Not quite sure what they scored it. Regardless, runner comes out to run for Basinger. He's on. Guess we'll see next time Basinger comes up to bat what Game Changer says. Palestra in to run for Basinger at first. Duffy in to bat now. He's 1 for 1 on the night. Upstairs, ball 1. Cade Palestra in to run for J.J. Basinger. He has 2 stolen bases this season. As Duffy steps in. Here's the 1-0. Inside, ball 2. Palestra goes. And they got him. Palestra caught stealing. And that'll end the bottom of the 3rd. We're headed to break. Warhawks score 2. 2 RBI ground balls. We'll be back after the break. Back here in the top of the 4th, Williamson makes his way back out to the mound. Warhawks up 5-1. Lakewood Spartans, who scored in the first, but have been stifled offensively since then. Williamson looks in, gets a sign. Here's the 0-0. In there, strike 1. Wind again, really picking up straight out to center field here. Here's the 0-1. Slider outside. Giacomino in now. He had the RBI fielder's choice. Here's the 1-1. The RBI fielder's choice is that one's inside for ball 2. That scored the Spartans' only run tonight. Here's the 2-1 from Williamson. This one's grounded past the diving third baseman McGinnis. Picked up by Schneider and left. And tossed to the cutoff man. Giacomino continues his hot hitting. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI tonight. And the Spartans have a runner on base. (5-1) Seminole here in the top of the 4th. Williamson looks in, gets a sign. delivers pitch number 56, which is low for ball one. It's the 1-0, picked to first, nothing doing. The Spartans as a team came in tonight batting .210. Only scored 12 runs. Williamson picks off a second time to Giacomino at first. As a team, the Spartans came into tonight with 37 strikeouts. Now the Warhawks starting pitching. Here's the 1-0. This one's grounded. Third baseman McGinnis fields, fires, not picked at first. Giacomino's going to advance to third. Well, McGinnis came in and fielded it, tossed to the first baseman, Richie, who attempted at a pick. McGinnis had to make the throw on the run, but no dice. Runners at the corners now for the Spartans. Nobody out still. DH stepping in now for the Spartans. Nobody out. Giacomino at third. Here's the 0-0. This one's popped up between left and center field. Left fielder dropped it. Giacomino scores. Runner slides into second. And on an E7, it's 5-2. That one was popped up to the left center field gap. Left fielder caught off his center fielder, but could not make the play. Bernie slid into second. Bernie's hitter, a courtesy hitter for the pitcher. Five 5-2 ball game. Still nobody out. And for the Warhawks, lots of errors. Had 7 errors coming into the game tonight. As Coach Adam Morovic called a mound visit here. Runners jog back to their bases. Williamson gets himself set. Rylan Larkin stepping in for the Spartans. No offensive stats this season. He is 0 for 1. Has solely pitched. He's a junior. Here's the 0-0. Williamson picks back to second. Runner's in there safely. Cavillo at first. Runner on second. Rylan Larkin at the dish. Nobody out. Spartans just scored on a E7. Here's the bunt. This one's popped up. Basinger gave it chase, but nothing doing. 0-1 the count. Very cold night here at Seminole High School. Williamson comes set, prepares to deliver pitch number 60. And instead, bluffs to second base. 0-1 the count. Warhawks looking for a double play here. The 0-1 from Williamson. Batter squares the bunt, gets this one down. Foul. 0-2. Got the bunt down, squared in time, just foul. Warhawks definitely looking for a strikeout. Would love a double play here as well. Pitcher's best friend. Here's the 0-2. This one's popped out to right field between the second baseman Turner and the right fielder De Los Santos. De Los Santos makes the catch. No advance from the runners. One down here in the top of the fourth. De Los Santos ranging in. Can't really see with this camera angle. We do plan on adding more cameras to our setup in the future, but for now, we're working with what works. Williamson at 61 pitches here through 4 1/3. Here's the 0-0 to Hoffman. Upstairs, ball 1. And my mistake, this is not Hoffman. Lots of substitutions for the Spartans. Unfortunately, I do not have all the information up here. Working with what we got. Like I said last night, game of adjustments. Here's the 1-0. This one's popped up behind home plate. Basinger giving chase, but it's going to land out of play. 1-1. Runners on first and second. 1 out. 5-2. Warhawks on top here in the top of the fourth. Basinger gives a sign. Williamson agrees. Here's the 1-1 from the stretch. Upstairs and in. Ball 2. No activity in the Warhawk bullpen. Williamson steps off before delivering the 2-1. And steps back to the mound. Gets his sign. The righty from the stretch. Curveball low. Ball 3. Williamson looks back. Advantage count here for the batter. Here's the 3-1. This one's popped up. Second baseman and center fielder converging. The center fielder Ammerman makes the catch. And there are 2 down. See that one? 3-1 swinging. Williamson comes set now. Pitch number 67 is upstairs, ball 1. Runner still on first and second for the Spartans. They got him on with nobody out, but since that E7 have not been able to capitalize on having runner in scoring position. Here's the 1-0. Low, ball 2, no advance. Williamson looks in, comes set. Here's the 2-0. In there, strike 1. Little get me over fastball there from Williamson. Here's the 2-1 from Williamson. Pitch number 70. This one's fouled off down the first baseline. 2-2 the count. Throw back. Gets away from the pitcher Williamson, but the ball is dead. No advance from the runners. Williamson back to the mound. Looks in to get a sign from Basinger. Runner on second, runner on first. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs, ball 3. Runners most likely will be going on the pitch. 3-2, 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Here's the 3-2 from Williamson. Basinger or the batter calls time. Kimball stepping in. He came in into tonight 0 for 6 with a walk and 5 strikeouts. He is 0 for 1 tonight as well. Basinger gives his sign. Williamson with a 3-2 steps and bluffs towards second. Williamson now with the 3-2. Delivers. Swung on and fouled straight back. Kimball is right on that fastball. Fouled straight back. Runners will retreat to the bags. They were going on the pitch. Williamson now with the 3-2. Looks in and gets his sign. Again. The righty with the 3-2. Inside, strike 3. He got him. And the Warhawks allow 1 on the E7. But Williamson picks his guys up, strikes out the batter on the inside fastball. Called strike 3. We're headed to break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back from break here for the bottom of the 4th. Shepherd Media, we're still looking for a suitor. Have no games on the schedule next week. Go ahead and DM us on Instagram. We are looking for high school teams to cover throughout the 2025 season. If you are interested or someone you know is interested, go ahead and shoot us a DM. We are ready to come out. We'll be in and out like we weren't even there. Here's the 0-0. Outside, ball 1. As the Warhawks first base coach hustles over to the first base coach, his spot. Here's the 1-0. This one swung on and foul tipped back, I believe. I heard a crack. 1-1 the count. Bernie continues to work very quick tonight. Here's the 1-1. This one's fouled off, strike 2. (5-2) here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 count here to Duffy, who is 1 for 1 on the night. This one's grounded to the right side. Second baseman makes the play. Tosses the first. In time. They got him. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Bernie steps back onto the mound now. McGinnis in. He's 0 for 2 with the strikeout tonight. And the 0-0 from Bernie. Upstairs, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Inside up near the dome. Ball 2. McGinnis just narrowly avoiding that fastball up and in. There's a pitch from Bernie. Upstairs, ball 3. Three-0 now to McGinnis. There's the get me over. Strike 1. Might have been a bit up, but umpire's going to give the pitcher the benefit of the doubt, as he has been most of the night. Here's the 3-1. Strike 2, similar spot. And just like that, from 3-0, McGinnis is staring down a 3-2 count. Here's the 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4, he walked him. And the Warhawks have a runner on in the bottom of the 4th. Pitcher looks in, gets a sign. McGinnis off first. Emmerman up. This one's fouled off down the first baseline. Emmerman came into the night 6 for 11, 5 RBI, a 643 on base percentage. Last year as a junior, Emmerman a senior this year, obviously. This year as a junior, played in 26 games, only hit 244. He did have 2 doubles, only 5 RBI. Here's the pitch. It gets away. McGinnis is going to easily advance to second base. Rounds the bag, but nothing after that. 1-1 the count. Pitcher steps back to the mound. He's going to look in. Emmerman at the dish. McGinnis just advanced to second on the wild pitch. Here's the 1-1. Up and in. Ball 2. Advantage count here for Emmerman, the center fielder tonight. The 2-1. This one's chopped to the third baseman. He charges in, couldn't get a glove on it. Emmerman's on safely, and McGinnis advances to third. 1 out. Runners at the corners for the Warhawks. Third baseman charged in. Just couldn't get a good glove on it. Here's the 0-0. Up and way in. Runner's going to walk to second base. And again, the Warhawks just take second base. Mazzy 0 for 2 on the night. He steps in. Faked the bunt. Emmerman basically walked to second base. Probably could have crawled to second base. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs. Ball 2. And the catcher's going to come out to meet with his pitcher. Two of the count. Magic came into the night 2 for 12, 167 batting average. Ball 3. Nothing doing with the runners, however. 3-0 the count. Advantage count for Mazzy. Mazzy hit .333 with an RBI in 7 games as a sophomore last year for the Warhawks. Looking to pick up his second walk of the season. 3-0 the count. In the pitch. And there it is. Walk number 2 of the season for Mazzy. Base is loaded now for the Warhawks. Spartans are going to call a mound visit here. Let's take another look. Has been rough going lately for the Spartans. 4 straight losses to begin the season. First 2 games were close, and since then, the 13th against the St. Pete Blue Devils and the 18th against the Osceola Warriors, I believe they're called. Nothing doing. They allowed 32 runs in that span. Not to mention 14 errors to go along with that. 33 walks from their pitching staff. Here's the 0-0. This one's grounded. Third baseman fields it, fires home. Ball gets away. 1 run scores. Runners caught between second and third, but no throw. And the Warhawks are up 6-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. That one was grounded. Third baseman charged in, fired home. The catcher couldn't get a glove on it. 6-2 Warhawks. De Los Santos steps in now. He's 1 for 2. Inside, ball 1. Bases loaded. Schneider, who just got on the RBI error. Mazzy on second. Ammerman on third. Here's the 1-0 to De Los Santos. This one's fouled off down the third baseline. 1-1 the count. Pitcher comes set. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. De Los Santos maybe a little over aggressive there. Now he's down in the count. Wind blowing very hard out to center field. I can tell you as a former pitcher, as that one spiked 2-2 the count. On a night like this, where it feels like everything's against you, things just aren't going your way on the field, Mother Nature is against you. Not only is it cold, you can't feel your fingertips, but the wind is blowing straight out, not only in your face, but against your pitches, against the backspin of your fastball, against the topspin of your breaking balls. It's frustrating. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He got him. 2 down. De Los Santos strikes out swinging on the pitch up in the zone. There are 2 down. 1 pitch away now for the Spartans. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the 0-0. Low, blocked by the catcher, ball 1. The Warhawks are hitting .317 as a team going into the night. 30-6 run differential. As here's the 1-0. Swung on and fouled off. Strike 1. Not only has the offense been stellar for the Warhawks, the pitching staff, a 1.40 team ERA. As that one swung on and missed, strike 2. Only 5 walks going into the night from the pitching staff allowed, and a 156 batting average against. And again, on offense, this team has only struck out 19 times before first pitch tonight. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, ball 2. Warhawks, looking to start their season 5-0, have been working like a well-oiled machine. which is par for the course. It has been for this. This one's lined out to center field. Center fielder coming in. Shortstop going back, makes the catch and stumbles, but he holds on. And the Spartans get out of the tough spot there. Bases loaded, 1 out. Turns into only 1 run allowed. A great play by the shortstop, arranging back over the shoulder, makes the catch. We're headed to the top of the 5th. We'll be back after the break. We're back from the break. New pitcher in for the Seminole Warhawks. Williamson's night is over. 2 runs allowed. Might end up only being 1 home run. Second run coming on the E7. Out in left center field. Warhawks looking to start the season 5-0. Spartans trying to avoid going 0-5 to start this season. Obviously a less than ideal start for the Spartans. They're down 6-2 going into the top of the 5th. Fowler stepping in now. He's 0 for 2. Here's the 0-0. In there, strike 1. Bailey White, the pitcher in. He's a sophomore. That one's outside. Ball 1. Warhawks used him in the preseason. I only know that because I was at that game. Bailey White, no prior stats. This is his first year on varsity for the Spartans. Here's the 1-1. Low, ball 2. Ian Fowler in for the Lakewood Spartans. That one's low. Ball 3. Fowler came in tonight, 1 for 13. White comes set. The righty with the 3-1. Low, ball 4. Bailey White walks the first batter he faces. Fowler's on. Wind picking up again, blowing hard, straight out to center field. Baker stepping in now. He's 3 for 11 coming into the night. 273 average, 2 doubles. Does have 7 strikeouts. White picks over to first. Nothing going. White's going to step back to the mound. Baker has a walk this season. Here's the 0-0. In there, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 from White. Outside, ball 1. Bailey White, one of 5 sophomores on the Seminole Warhawks varsity roster. Here's the pitch. This one's grounded. Third baseman fires to second. Second baseman turns to first, but he is safe. Fielder's choice for Baker. One down here for the Warhawks. Little delay here. Pinch runner at first base for the Spartans. Michael Morris into bat now. Came into the night 2 for 10, batting 200. Although last season did hit .315. White picks to first. Runner back in safely. White comes set. The 0-0. Low, ball 1. No advance from the runner. Great block by Basinger behind the plate. White looks in, gets his sign, checks his runner, and comes set. The 1-0. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Very healthy hack there from the batter, Morris, who is 1 for 2 on the night. Temperature continues to drop here in Seminole, Florida. Curveball. Wow, drops in there for ball 2. Very tight. Very good pitch there from White, but no call. That one, look, it appeared it caught the inside corner. Maybe it broke back, but umpire did not agree. As that pitch is in there for strike 2. Here's the 2-2. Low, ball 3. No advance from the runner. Basinger again with a great block behind the dish. White looks in. Checks his runner and comes set. The 3-2. Runner goes. This one's shot back up the middle. Second baseman couldn't get a glove on it. Runner's heading for third. He's in there standing up. Morris with the second hit of the night. The Spartans again have runners at the corners. One out. Runner on first. Runner on third. Morris on first. The pinch runner for Baker on third. Here's the 0-0. Swung on and fouled off, strike 1. Great scoring chance here from the Spartans, who scored 8 against St. Pete but was shut out against Osceola. Just 14 runs on the season for the Spartans so far. This one's grounded through the left side. Run's going to score. Left fielder bobbled the ball at first, but tosses it into his cutoff man. And the Spartans have made it a 6-3 ball game. Giacomino, the batter, picks up another RBI tonight. He has been the hottest hitter in the Spartans lineup. Came in tonight batting over 500. That one swung on a miss. Basinger pump fakes a throwback to first. No go. 0-1 the count. Bernie steps in now. Here's the 0-1. Low. Basinger blocks it. No go. Basinger this inning has been put to work. Lots of balls in the dirt. Basinger said, I'm up for the challenge. White comes set. Here's the 1-1. Upstairs, ball 2. White already at 19 pitches this inning. Wind now blowing out towards right center field, shaking the fence out here. White comes set with a 2-1. That one's low and away. Ball 3. Basinger tried to sell it, but no dice. Activity in the Warhawks bullpen. White comes set. Advantage count here for the batter, Bernie. Here's a 3-1. Low and away. He walked him. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded for the Spartans. Third baseman's going to call time. Coach Adam Morovic emerges from the dugout. We're going to have a meeting in the mound. A very slow walk out to the mound from Morovic. It appears White's going to stay in the game. Lots of faith in the young pitcher. White, again, just a sophomore. Having a rough time out there on the mound tonight. 21 pitches, 1 earned run, and the bases are loaded with just 1 out. The pitcher, Cavillo, stepping in now. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Pitcher did just begin throwing in the bullpen for the Warhawks. White looks in. Here's the 0-0. Outside, ball 1. White looks in, gets a sign. Bases loaded here for the Spartans. Here's the 1-0. This one's popped up down the right field line, way foul. 1-1 the count. Double play is certainly in order. You're the Spartans. You're looking for a ball in the gap. Maybe get it within 1. Maybe tie it up. Here's the pitch. The 1-1 curveball low, blocked by Basinger. 2-1 the count. Advantage count here for the batter Cavillo, who is 0 for 2. 2 for 13 coming into the night. 5 strikeouts. Here's the 2-1 from White. Upstairs, ball 3. Last season, Cavillo hit .255 across 47 at-bats. 12 hits, 5 RBI. Advantage count for him here. Cavillo did start the game tonight for the Spartans. In there. Strike 2. And now, maybe the most pressure-packed payoff pitch of the night. Here's the 3-2. Outside, Basinger was able to block it up, but 6-4. And Coach Morovic will take another slow walk out to the mound as a pitcher emerges from the Warhawks bullpen. We'll be back after the break. back, pitcher in for the Warhawks. Duffy. Austin Duffy. My bad. Lakewood, despite the rough start of the season, is showing a lot of fight in this game. Second most runs they've scored this season, coming off a shutout, is Osceola. Again, you have to admit, a lot of fight in this team, despite the odds, despite a rough start to the season. They're still in this game. Bases loaded, 1 out. Austin Duffy stepping in. He pitched in the game against Countryside. That one spiked low. Basinger blocks it up. Basinger, a busy night tonight behind the dish. Here's the 1-0 from Duffy. Fouled off, strike one. Duffy in that game against Countryside, 2 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1. Outside, called strike 2. Duffy, as a junior, last year, 8 appearances, 25 2/3 innings pitched, 29 strikeouts. He had a 1.91 ERA. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped. Strike 3, he got him. Great pitch there from Duffy. Climbed the ladder on him in the 1-2 count. Struck him out. And now the Warhawks just 1 pitch away from getting out of it. Here's the 0-0 from Duffy. Inside, ball 1. We did see a pitch very similar to that called on the batter McGinnis earlier in this game. It was a strike 3 call too, a very impactful call. And looks like the batter's going to step away. Switch helmets possibly. Bases loaded here for the Spartans. Lakewood would jump ahead in the first. Seminole would answer with 2 in the bottom of the second. Here's the 1-0 from Duffy. Upstairs, ball 2. Seminole would actually go on to score 5 unanswered runs. Spartans would answer with their own. And Seminole would respond with their own run. This one's popped foul behind home plate. Basinger gives it a look, but nothing there. 2 on the count. And now, here in the top of the 5th, Lakewood has scored 2 more runs. Here's a 2-1 from Duffy. Low, ball 3. Very important pitch here for Duffy and the Seminole Warhawks. Duffy had 2 walks in his last appearance against Countryside. Batter calls time at the plate. Duffy with the 3-1. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. And it's a 1-run ball game. Well, the Spartans showing a lot of fight, as I mentioned. Despite the 0-4 start, they don't seem to be at all intimidated by the 4-0 Warhawks. That's what's beautiful about the game of baseball, is that it doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're on and the other team's not, it's your night to win. Kimball stepping in now. He's 0 for 2. Here's the 0-0 from Duffy. Low and in. Ball 1. Kimball, 0 for 6 coming into the night. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. Outside, called a strike. I mentioned earlier in the game Very liberal strike zone. Very pitcher-friendly strike zone here for both teams. Here's the 1-1 from Duffy. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Duffy and the Warhawks just one pitch away from getting out of this jam. They've given up 3 this inning to bring it within 1. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Top of the zone. Strike 3. We're headed to break. Spartans put up 3 to make it 6-5 going into the bottom of the 5th. Taking a look at that strikeout. Climbed the ladder on him. Got the swing and miss. We'll be back after the break. Well, we're coming back from break. You'll see that the Warhawks on a 4-game win streak. Won 2-1 last night, 7-4 against the Cougars. Countryside Cougars on the 15th. These 5 runs have the most any team has put up against them this season. This pitching staff has been that good. Shut down Pinellas Park, shut down CCC. Countryside put up a fight. And they also shut down SPC, who have been very hot offensively going into that. Both teams have. Pitching staff prevailed. Offenses prevailing tonight. There, it says 60 degrees. Might be closer to 56 now. Going straight out towards center field. There's the first pitch, low, ball 1. Noah Ritchie stepping in now. Here's the 1-0. In there, strike 1. Both dugouts very hype. Spartans looking to pick up their first win of the season. Seminole looking to avoid their first loss. Here's the 1-1. Up and in, ball 2. Here's the 2-1 to Ritchie. This one's ripped right center field. That one's going to drop down. And Ritchie is 3 for 4 on the night. His hot hitting continues. Basinger stepping in now. And I've been saying it all night. Everyone who's been keeping up with Warhawks baseball the last couple seasons, we're all on the same page here, as there's another first pitch breaking ball to Basinger. I don't think this guy has seen a single first pitch fastball all season. Ritchie, decent lead off first. Here's the 1-0. Basinger grounds this one deep short, flick to second, throw to first. Basinger safe on the fielder's choice. 1 down. Sorry, that was grounded to the third baseman who flipped to second. Second baseman fired to first, but was not enough to beat Basinger. One out. Pitcher goes to retrieve his hat and slowly retreats back to the mound. Basinger now on first. Duffy stepping in, the pitcher, looking for some redemption, walked in a run after coming in relief of the pitcher Bailey White. Here's the 0-0. Low, catcher couldn't block it. He doesn't see it. Basinger gets to second. He's going to round the bag hard, but nothing past that. 1-0 the count. And the catcher just lost it. Looks like it bounced between his legs, maybe kicked off the umpire and skipped away. The pitcher actually went and retrieved it. And the pitcher slowly retreats back to the mound. 1-0 count now to Duffy. Runner in scoring position for the Warhawks. Duffy looking to pick up what would be his second RBI of the season. This one's upstairs for a ball. 2-0. Duffy is 1 for 2 on the night. Wind is just howling straight out to center field. Here's the 2-0. Upstairs, ball 3. And with the base open, curious to see if they pitch to Duffy here, if they give him something to hit. It is the top of the order for the Warhawks. Let's see if the Spartans want to face their cleanup hitter. In there's the get me over. Seminole's not giving him the free, or Spartans are not giving him the free base here. Gonna make him work for it. Pitcher comes set. Here's the 3-1. Kicks and fires. This one's hit out to center field. Center fielder makes the catch. Basinger's gonna tag up. Great read by Basinger. Throw back to the infield. Gets away, but blocked up behind third base. Basinger, great awareness to realize that the center fielder was retreating backwards to make that catch and tagged up to third base. 2 out, but now Basinger's at third. Two down now. Basinger takes his lead off third. Pitcher calls time. They're going to appeal to second base. Umpire says no. He tagged up in time. It's one of my favorite things that I see is a lot of the time it ends up being a guessing game with that second base umpire. Sometimes he's like, oh, they're appealing. Well, might as well call him out. Other times, that's not the case. Here's the 0-0. Upstairs, near the head of McGinnis, who was 0 for 2 tonight. Ball 1. McGinnis looking to pick up an RBI. Warhawks would love the insurance going into the top of the 6th. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs again, same spot. The catcher's going to walk it back out to his pitcher. Maybe possibly have a meeting here. It's a 2-0 count. Catcher retreats back to his spot behind the dish. McGinnis steps in. Basinger on third. He got on a fielder's choice. Pitcher looks in, gets his sign. The righty with the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 to count. Another 3-0 count here for the Spartans pitcher, who is at 68 pitches on the night. 68 pitches in relief, might I add. Here's the 3-0. There's the get me over. 3-1 the count. The 3-1. Righty, comes set, kicks, and fires. Inside, ball 4. And McGinnis, who was caught out on strikes on a pitch in that location, Now walks on a pitch in that location. Runners at the corners now for Seminole. And don't be surprised if McGinnis just walks to second base here. It's something that the Warhawks have gotten away with all season, with no opposition to it. Ammerman steps in now. He's 0 for 2. Correction, this is not Ammerman. There's a pinch hitter here. Palestra, who came in to run for Ammerman. He takes the pitch up. 1-0 the count. Palestra, 3 for 8 coming into tonight. 375 average, 4 strikeouts, 444 on base percentage. Here's the 1-0 to the senior, Cade Palestra. Low, called a strike very curiously there. And McGinnis walks to second base, as I predicted. You can see that pitch. Very questionable call. Catcher definitely did not do any favors for his pitcher, but I guess the call is in the eyes of the umpire. Here's the 1-1. Low skips away. Basinger's going to score. Palestra rounds third hard, but nothing doing it. It's 7-5 Warhawks on the passed ball. That pitch low, spiked off the catcher. Basinger jogged home. It's a 7-5 ball game. Spartans still 1 pitch away from getting out of this. Palestra at the dish. McGinnis on third. Palestra does not yet have an RBI this season. He had 11 last year as a junior. Played in 26 games at 286. 384 on base percentage. Palestra entered as a pinch runner for Ammerman, who was 0 for 2 on the night. Got on a walk. Here's the 2-1. Up and in, ball 3. McGinnis, modest lead off third. Pitch up and in. Palestra walks. And Lakewood's woes with the base on balls this season continue. Came in tonight 33 walks from their pitching staff. And again, don't be surprised if Palestra just walks to second base here. Here's the 0-0. Outside, ball 1. McGinnis on third. Palestra on first. Mazzy at the dish. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the 1-0. Low, caught a strike. Mazzy steps in. 1-1 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Palestra walks a second. This one's popped out to right field. Right fielder goes down to a knee to catch it. And Spartans allow 1 on the passed ball, but win the inning. 7-5 going into the top of the 6th. We'll be back after the break. Traffic says 60. I can assure you the temperature is still dropping. It might be about 54, 53 degrees out here with that breeze. The wind heavily blowing out to center field. Duffy's going to come back out to the mound for his second inning of work. Walked in a run, but did strike out the last batter of the inning. Duffy with the 0-0. Outside, called a strike. Lots of interesting calls, for sure, from the umpire tonight. As Duffy steps back in, delivers the 0-1. Wow. Up and outside, strike two. Back to back. Very interesting calls. Here's the 0-2. Duffy pauses and delivers. Foul it off into the Seminole dugout. Thankfully, didn't appear anyone was hurt. That ball, you heard a rattle in the dugout, but thankfully no one hurt. Duffy now with the 0-2. Basinger sets out way outside. Ball one. And we've seen that a lot with Basinger. There's some at-bats where he'll set up in the complete opposite batter's box. Here's the 1-2 from Duffy. Curveball, top of the zone, caught a ball. Fowler at the dish. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Here's Duffy with the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Duffy with a great pitch there. Wave and a miss from Fowler at the 2-2 fastball. And there's one down. Baker stepping in now. He's 1 for 2. Here's the 0-0 from Duffy. Curveball drops in there. Strike one. Baker hitting 273 coming into tonight. Here's the 0-1 from Duffy. In there. Strike two. Pitching him backwards here. Baker 1 for 2, as I said on the night. 3 for 11 coming into the game. And the 0-2 from Duffy. Long pause. Kicks and fires. This one's fouled off towards the Spartans dugout on the first base side. Just staying alive here from Baker. 0-2 count. Duffy gets his sign. Here's the 0-2. Quick pitch. Got the corner. Strike three. He got him. Duffy, back-to-back strikeouts here to begin the top of the sixth. Against the top of this Lakewood batting order, no less. Looks like I caught the outside, maybe the bottom corner there. And Morris, 2 for 3 on the night, steps in. That one's bounced. 1-0 the count. Duffy steps back to the mound. Morris steps back to the plate. Here's the 1-0. This one's ripped through the left side, down the line. Left fielder Stallbird giving chase. Morris is going to get into second base standing. It's a double. And Morris is 3 for 4 on the night. Well, 2 outs. There's some life in the Spartans' offense. That one was ripped down the line in the 2-strike count. And Morris just about walked into third base. Giacomino up. This is a guy who could very well tie the game here. Giacomino came into the night hitting .500, 4 RBI. They're going to have a meeting at the mound here between Basinger and Duffy. Giacomino, last year as a junior, hit .403 across 62 at-bats, 25 hits, 24 RBI, and 9 doubles, exhibiting great gap-to-gap power. Giacomino had not struck out until the game against Osceola, where they lost 14-0. Struck out 3 times in that game. They come in tonight with a .583 on-base percentage. He is 2 for 3 on the night. Morris on second. Duffy looks back, steps up to the mound. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Seminole up 7-5. And the 0-0 from the righty. Low, ball 1. Duffy looks in, gets his sign. Here's the 1-0 from Duffy. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Duffy looks in, gets a sign from Basinger. And comes set. The righty looks back as runner and fires the 1-1. That one low and away. Basinger putting in some great work tonight and then some behind the dish. Two on the count now. Advantage count for Giacomino. Duffy looks in, gets a sign. Here's the 2-1. Slider outside. Basinger again makes the grab behind the plate. 3-1 the count. Now you wonder if it's even worth pitching to him here. Basinger just about ended up in the lefty batter's box going to grab that. Here's a 3-1. Away, ball 4. Ball gets away. Morris is going to get to third. Ball 3, rather. We had the count wrong on our part. 3-2. That pitch just looks like it got away from Duffy. And now Giacomino. 3-2 count. Hot hitter at the plate. Runner on third. If you're the Spartans, you could not ask for a better opportunity here. 3-2, 2 out, ball 4. Basinger pump fakes to third, but no movement from Morris, who was content to stay at third base. So they walk Giacomino. Bernie stepping up to the plate, who is 0 for 2 tonight. Bernie did walk last time up. He's 0 for 9 this season, coming into the night with 5 strikeouts, which is very odd considering in 2024 he hit .414 across 58 at-bats, 24 hits, 19 RBI, 6 doubles, and a .493 on base percentage. And to add, he slugged .568. We have a little delay here as the Spartans coach comes out to talk to the home plate umpire. So Bernie, you have to assume, is beyond due stepping up to the plate here. And a mistake on my part again. Stepping up to the plate is Jeremiah McKinney. No stats in 2025. This is his first official at-bat of the season. Duffy looks back as runner. Giacomino at first. Morris takes his lead off third. Here's the 0-0. In there, strike 1. Pitchers have been getting the low strike all night tonight. You see that pitch might have clipped the low outside corner of the plate. As Duffy gets set, ready to fire the 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. A lot of pressure in this situation. 0-2 count. Duffy looking for his third strikeout of the inning. Struck out the first 2, but since then, Morris doubled. Giacomino walked. Now he faces The batter who takes strike 3 down the middle. And the Warhawks get out of it. 7-5. Going into the bottom of the 6th. Duffy, 3 strikeouts. Does it himself. With a little help from J.J. Basinger behind the dish. We'll be back. We're back here for the bottom of the 6th. Into pitch now for the Spartans. Cameron Kimball. Last year as a freshman, he appeared in 7 games, had a 5.36 ERA. Definitely not ideal. Making his first appearance of the 2025 campaign here. Last year, Kimball walked 21, but did strike out 18. Gave up 22 runs, only 12 of them earned. So you can't entirely fault Kimball for the ERA. Because in 15 and 2/3, gave up 22 runs, but only 12 of them were earned. Here's the 0-0. Up and away, ball 1. Kimball with the 1-0. Upstairs, called a strike. Stahlberg, 0 for 0 on the night. Here's the 1-1. He's going to lay down the bunt. This one's popped up behind the dish, but foul, out of reach of the catcher. At Spartans dugout, despite the deficit, despite the situation with how their season has started, still a little lively, which you love to see. Energy is everything. If you've played high school baseball, you'd have learned that. That one's at the top of the zone, ball 2. A big part of high school baseball is the energy, having your guys behind you. As Kimball steps off the mound, fixes his pocket, steps back up to the mound. Stahlberg back to the plate in the lefty batter's box. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball upstairs, couldn't get on top of it. 3-2 the count. Wind has started to slow down, but still blowing straight out to center field. That one's inside, ball 4, and Stahlberg walks. So Kimball walks the first batter he faces in the 2025 season. And Spartans coach out to have a conversation with the home plate umpire again. As a pinch hitter for De Los Santos steps in. Here's the 0-0. Upstairs, ball 1. Runner goes upstairs. Throw to second. Not in time. Runner safe. 2-0 the count. Well, the batter stepping in, the junior Jackson Fair. No stats here in 2025. Stallbird on second. Got on a walk. 2-0 to Fair. Ball 3 outside. 8 pitches, 7 of them balls. Here's the pitch from Fair, or from Kimball rather. In there, caught the outside corner, strike 1. Kimball adjusts his pants, steps back to the mound, and from the stretch, delivers a 3-1. This one's popped down the right field line, but way out of play. 3-2 the count. Fair steps back to the dish. Stallbird takes his lead off second. Kimball is ready to fire pitch number 12. Upstairs, ball 4, back-to-back walks for the Warhawks and for Cameron Kimball. Another change for the Warhawks, it appears. We have another delay. Pinch runner coming in for Fair. We'll update you with that change in a minute. In the meantime, Turner steps to the plate. Austin Turner came into tonight 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Here's the 0-0. Runners go. Throw to third. Gets away into left field. Stallbird's going to score. Fair's pinch runner is going to get in, and the left fielder is going to run the ball in from left field. 8-5 Seminole on the defensive miscue. The E2 by the Spartans. The pitch was called a strike. 8-5 ball game. Kimball steps back to the mound now. 0-1 the count. Turner is 1 for 3 on the night. Here's the 0-1. Upstairs, ball 2. Ball 1, sorry. Turner, the senior, played 1 game as a junior last year. Went 1 for 1 with an RBI double. This one's lined up the middle. Kimball can't make a play. The center fielder scoops it up, tosses it back in. Warhawks take a 9-5 lead. They've scored 3 unanswered runs. Turner picks up an RBI single. And stepping up, it's the top of the order, Noah Ritchie. Here's the 0-0. Inside, called a ball. Despite the wide strike zone for both sides tonight, the inside pitch to lefties has not been getting called. Inside to righties has been there for both teams, but not the inside to lefties. There's one fouled off, strike 1. Ritchie 3 for 4 on the night. He's been on fire, team leader in batting average, I believe. Might be right up there with Ammerman. Last night he pitched against, there's a runner goes, pitches up, throw to second, gets away, and he's safe. Well, the pitch was up, catcher made a high throw that would skip. By high throw, I mean it was more of a rainbow than a dart. Skip past the second baseman. Shortstop was backing up the play. Here's the 2-1 to Richie. This one's popped up on the infield. And it falls? Or was that caught? I'm guessing it fell. Lots of confusion. I don't have a great angle out here in center field, but there seemed to be no reaction from both dugouts, and I'm assuming that fell. And the Spartans are going to call a mound visit. We're going to go to break. We'll be back. So I believe from what I saw that it scored a hit. It dropped on the infield, and Richie is on 4 for 5 on the night with I guess you could say a bloop single on the infield, a popped up single on the infield. Richie on first. Lincoln Dukes, the runner at second. Basinger and a hit. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the 0-0. Fastball inside. Ball 1. And Basinger gets maybe the first pitch fastball he's seen in a while. But it's not for a strike. Here's the 1-0. Nobody out. Runners on first and second for the Warhawks. The 1-0 from Kimball. Same spot. Called a strike. 1-1 the count. Kimball looks in, gets his sign, and delivers the 1-1. Wind starting to howl out to center field. This one's deep left field. Left field down the line. Left fielder couldn't get a glove on it. He drops it. Runner's going to score. Basinger. Runner retreats back to second. Basinger's going to hold on first. And on the E7, the Warhawks make it a 10-5 ball game. Lots of confusion here going on in the bottom of the 6th. The scoreboard says it's 9-5. It looked like a runner scored, but maybe I was wrong as Duffy steps into bat. He's 1 for 3. He takes the pitch in there, strike 1. So according to the scoreboard here, a run did not score. Bases are loaded, nobody out for the Warhawks. As Basinger gets on the E7. 1-1 the count to Duffy. Kimball approaching 25 pitches. And delivers the 1-1 to Duffy. This one's fouled off. 1-2 the count. Kimball steps back to the mound. Duffy steps back in the lefty's batter box. Gets a sign. Here's the 1-2 from Kimball. Up and in, ball 2. Two count. Kimball gets his sign and comes set. Here's the pitch. This one's popped up. And it drops behind shortstop. Throw to third. Not in time. It's a 10-5 ball game on the bloop single from Austin Duffy. And, they call an infield fly. They called an infield fly on that. And the batter's out. And Coach Moravik is out there to discuss it with the umpire. That was, by rule, didn't look like an infield fly that was hit on a line enough. Very interesting call from the umpire. As Moravik comes out to argue it. And I believe rightfully so. At least from my judgment, and I'm sure anyone who has watched a game of baseball's judgment, I don't think that's a textbook infield fly. So it appears the call is going to stand. Duffy is out. And now we have to update our scoreboard. One down now on what is undoubtedly a very controversial call. Much needed in the Spartans case. So one down, bases loaded. Duffy out on the infield fly. That pitch in there for a strike. And I have to imagine, as that pitch is outside, called a ball, the home plate umpire might be a little cold as McGinnis steps in. And confusion again, as Basinger is now on second base. That pitch is up and away, ball two. It appears the umpires reversed their decision on the infield fly call. So now it's 10-5. High school baseball, you have lots of interesting nights like this as that pitch is outside, stopped by the catcher. No go from the runners. 3-1 the count. And I apologize to the viewers at home for the confusion. I'm just as confused as you, as that one is swung on and missed. Full count. So the batter was out. The run scored. Runners advanced to second and third. And that one's outside for ball four. Bases are loaded. One out. McGinnis gets on the walk. Palacer stepping in. He's 0 for 0 with a walk. Got a stolen base. Kimball at 33 pitches for the inning. Warhawks have scored 3. The 0-0 is outside, called a ball. Here's the 1-0 from Kimball. Upstairs, ball 2. Kimball struggling to find the strike zone tonight, which, as we mentioned when he first came in, has been the case. It was the case last year. It seems to be the case tonight. That one's going to be in there, called a strike. Palacer came into tonight 3 for 8, 375 average. That one's up and away, ball 3. Advantage count for Palestra. Here's the 3-1. Low, called a strike. Full count. Pitch number 39 from Kimball. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And finally, the second out of the inning is recorded here. Palestra strikes out swinging at the fastball up in the zone. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Kimball about to deliver pitch number 40. Mazzy steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Squares the bunt, pulls back. Catcher bluffs to first. 1-0 the count. Very cold night tonight. Here's the 1-0 from Kimball. Outside, 2-0 the count. And the way it's going, Seminole's winning ways look to continue, and unfortunately for the Spartans, they're staring down an 0-5 start right in the face as the count is 3-0 to Mazzy. Kimball with the pitch. Umpire calls it a strike. More or less automatic there. 3-1 the count to Mazzy. Here's the 3-1. In there, strike 2. Same spot. Runners are going on the pitch. 10-5 here in the bottom of the 6th. Full count, 2 outs. The pitch from Kimball. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And Kimball records 2 strikeouts to finally get out of the inning. 45 pitches for Kimball. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. We head to the top of the 7th now. Warhawks have a commanding 10-5 lead. We'll be back after the break. As we head in to the top of the 7th, Seminole looking to close out a 10-5 victory. The Warhawks continue their hot start and took down SPC last night. Took down the Cougars on the 15th, CCC on the 13th, and Pinellas Park on the 11th. Looking to finish off this homestand 5-0. Duffy back out for his 3rd inning of work here in the top of the 7th. Getting colder. Here's the 0-0. Umpire calls strike 1. Well, admittedly, this was a very close game up until the bottom of the 5th. That one's further outside, called a strike. Safe to assume umpire's got dinner plans, late dinner plans. Here's the 0-2. 1-2 the count. But fair to say, with this weather, I can't imagine he's any warmer than any of us out here. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Ugly swing from the batter Cavillo. Duffy makes quick work of the first batter here in the 7th. One down here in the top of the 7th. Duffy with the 0-0. This one's popped up behind the dish. Basinger giving chase and catches it in front of the Spartans dugout. And there are 2 down. One popped up. Basinger, great job of sticking with it to record the 2nd out of the inning. And now the Warhawks just 1 pitch away from a 5-game win streak and a 5-0 start to the season. Here's the 0-0. This one's popped up. Right fielder rather, De Los Santos makes the catch. And the Warhawks begin their season 5-0, take down the 0-4 Lakewood Spartans. Thank you all for tuning in to the Shepherd Sports Media channel. No games next week. We'll keep you updated if anything changes. The week after, we've got 4 games for you. Thank you all for tuning in. It means a lot. Thank you very much to the Seminole Warhawk family for letting me come out here and do what I love. We'll see you when you see it. Be sure to keep in touch with the Instagram. Remember, we are still looking for potential suitors. We want to cover another school, another high school team this 2025 campaign. Let us know. Shoot us a DM on Instagram at Shepherd Sports Media. We'll see you when you see ya. Hope everyone stays safe, has a great night, stays warm with this cold front coming in.